So in the last class, we saw Dhruv. He was going on his way to the school, but he decides to go and play because he likes to play a lot. And what does he do? He goes and asks the farmer. A farmer is standing in his field and he asks the farmer, "Uncle, will you come and play with me?" But what does the farmer say? The farmer says, "No, no, no, no. I have to sow the seeds, and if I don't sow the seeds in time, the seeds will not have time to grow grains. So I have to finish sowing the seeds." So the Dhruv was thinking, okay, the farmer was no fun at all, and he was going and talks. He saw some ants there, and he was talking to the ants. He was telling to the ants, "Come on, ants, uh, can you come and play with me? So would you like to play with me?" But what does the ants says? The ants are telling, no, the leader of the ants say, "We have to collect food for the rainy season." The rainy season. So but what does Dhruv say? The rainy season is you see, the rainy seasons, there are many months before the rain comes, so there are still many days before that. And now he thinks again, the ants are so boring, they don't know how to have fun. So he meets the bee. Who is that? So let's read that. He meets the bee. Let's repeat this. So repeat with me. Dhruv thought that the ants were being silly. So Dhruv thought that the ants were being silly. He was wondering what to do when he saw some bees nearby. Dhruv ran to the bees and said, "Bees, will you play with me?" "Sorry, not now. We are busy collecting honey," said the bees. "You can collect honey later. It is such a sunny day. It will be fun to play," said Dhruv. "It's on sunny days that the fields are full of flowers. If we don't collect honey now, how will we fill our hives before the rain comes?" asked the bees. So what happened? The bees are telling that we have to collect the honey before the rain comes. During the summer, the fields are full of flowers, and we have to go to each flower and collect the honey and fill our hives. Hives are the homes of the bees, and the bees take the honey and fill it up in the hives for their, what is that, they have the babies. So the babies eat the honey, and that's how you get honey from the honeycomb or the beehives. So that's how the bees collect honey during the summer season. And during the summer season, the flowers are all over the place. They are blooming. So that bees go from one flower to the next. And he thought, oh, these bees are not going to come and play with me. And so let's look at what he thinks now. So now Dhruv is thinking, nobody knows how to have fun. Don't they know that playing is important too? Dhruv thought to himself. He played on his own until his stomach began to rumble. So, what is that? Rumble, the spelling is Rumble. Correct the spelling, please. Rumble. So, the stomach begins to rumble. That means he started to feel hungry. So, he was playing till he was feeling hungry. And he's telling to himself, nobody knows how to have fun. Don't they know that playing is important too? So, is he correct? So, he was playing on his own until his stomach began. So, now nobody knows how to have fun. Don't they know that playing is important too? Dhruv thought to himself. He played on his own until his stomach began to rumble. Nobody knows how. What is the meaning of rumble? that spelling is wrong. You have to make the correction. You have to put this correct spelling. Rumble, Rumble is the correct spelling. That means when you're hungry, your stomach starts to make a sound. You feel that low growling sound. That is the rumble sound. The rumple is when you have a fold or a wrinkle. The clothes, the shirt was all rumpled. That's ple. Rumble is the correct spelling here. So correct that, please. So he was playing till he felt very hungry and his stomach began to rumble. Dhruv returned home. His mother was very angry. There are only a few days left for your test. Why don't you study for a while? So his mother was telling, why are you not studying? There are only a few days left for your test. And she scolded him. Study, study, study. That is all you want me to do? I have so many other things to do. Besides, my test will begin next week. I have a lot of time to study, Dhruv shouted. Is it good to shout at your parents? No, it's not good to shout at your parents. When they say something, listen to it. And if you don't agree, just listen and do it, and then you might find out that they are correct. So, if he had studied, but he was not listening, he is telling, angrily he's shouting and telling, why are you telling me to study, study, study? I have so many other things to do. And he didn't study. And he was telling, my exam, my test papers will begin only next week. So I have a lot of time to study. And what happened? But the week passed quickly. When the day of the test arrived, Dhruv had not studied. What happens? When you don't do your work on time, time will fly. And we will not, if you're not having a timetable, that's what happens. When Dhruv got his grades, he felt ashamed. What is that? He was feeling very sorry and he felt so ashamed of himself. And he had the lowest grades in his class. Dhruv's teacher scolded him in front of the entire class. What happened? When Dhruv got his grades, he felt so ashamed of himself. He couldn't look at his teacher. And why? Because he had the lowest grades in his class, and Dhruv's teacher scolded him in front of the entire class. Dhruv went home crying. I had no time to study. What could I do? Said Dhruv to his mother. Is that true? Did he not get time to study? What was he supposed to do? He should have listened to his mother, but he did not listen to his mother. That's why he did not get time to study. So if we do not listen to our elders, and when they tell us, especially listen to your parents, when they tell you something, they tell it for your good. So finish your work when they tell you to finish, then you can go and study. So Dhruv's mother was a very wise woman. What did she do? Dhruv's mother took him to the field. There, Dhruv saw the farmer, the ants, and the bees. They were enjoying the dark clouds and playing in the cool breeze. They had finished their work on time and were now having fun. So what happened? Dhruv's mother took him to the field and showed him. And what did he see there? Dhruv saw the farmers, the ants and the bees. He had told them to come and play with him, but they didn't have time and they were telling we have no time. We have to finish the work. Now what they were doing? They were working then, now they are enjoying. They were enjoying the dark clouds and playing in the cool breeze. They had finished their work on time and were now having fun. So when you are doing your work on time, you will have fun. You will not have to be sorry and ashamed. So what is Dhruv telling? Oh, I wish I too had been like them, said Dhruv. I should have studied when I had to. Then I too would have been happy today. So Dhruv is telling, he's sorry. He's telling, Oh, I should have. I wish. But does it help to wish? No, now the time is over. What can he do again? Now he's wishing I should have studied when I had to. Then I could have been happy too today. So, what should he do now? So, now what his mother is telling, don't be sorry about this. So, when Dhruv has decided to work, and when he's saying, I should have studied, what does his mother say? His mother says, okay, Dhruv, we can go to your school tomorrow and you can say sorry to the teacher for wasting your time. You can also request her to give you another chance. But you must promise to make a timetable for all your activities. That way, you will be able to give enough time to your studies and games, said Dhruv's mother. So Dhruv's mother is saying, we can go to school tomorrow and you can say sorry to your teacher for wasting your time. Why does his mother take him to the school? Why does his mother make him say sorry to his teacher? Because his teacher was very upset. And is it good to make your parents and your teachers unhappy? No, we have to make them happy. So, when we do something wrong, we should apologize to them. If we are not doing our work on time, we have to be sorry and tell them because they have been taking the effort. They are trying to help us and they are spending their valuable time for us. And if we are not doing our work on time, then are we respecting them? No, we are not giving value to their for their time and their love. Okay, so you must, that's why the teacher, the mother takes him to the school to say sorry to the teacher for wasting your time. So, and you can request her to give you another chance. So his mother says, you can plead with her, please, ma'am, give me one more chance. But you have to make a promise, that is to make a timetable for all your activities. So what does Dhruv say? You have to, so his mother says, you have to make a timetable for all your activities so that you will have enough time for your studies and games. So what does he say? Oh, mom, I hope my teacher would give me a second chance to spend my time properly and not waste it, he said. So his mother, repeat that once more, please. Oh, mom, I hope my teacher would give me a second chance. I promise to spend my time properly and not waste it, he said happily. So now, is he happy? Yes, because he has decided to listen to his mother and to his teacher. So before he was going to his teacher, his mother told him to make a timetable. Now let's look at the timetable. How will a timetable look like? So this is on your page, on your in your book. The exercise is given on page number 10. So all of you must make this timetable, and this is supposed to be pasted above your study table. Keep it above your study table. So you have to make your timetable in the space given below. Start from the time you wake up in the morning until bedtime. Allot time for your activities, including playing and watching TV. So everything needs time, and when you are giving time for studies, does that mean the timetable doesn't include activities like your games, playing, and watching TV? Yes, everything gets a time, but you have to finish that. So, if when you're studying, you can take a small break and then go for some time and come back and finish your work. That's how you will make a timetable. So, you can write from the time you are right, write the time you get waking up. First thing in the morning, you wake up. What do you do when you wake up? You wake up, then what do you do? The first thing you do, oh, you don't just rush out of the bed, right? You finish your prayers, you finish making your bed, then you go. That is the first thing that you do every day. So thanking God for a new day, and you must tell to God and to yourself that thank you, Lord, for this new day, and thank you that you have given me one more chance. And this is my day. I will make the best of it. Okay? And then you will make your bed. That is a number one thing. So your duty starts with making your bed, then going and brushing your teeth, and then after that you can have a bath, then have your breakfast, then you can write all this in the time. So from if you're sitting for studies before your breakfast, you can include that. Okay, so you can just write this should be for the entire day. I want you to complete this, please. Now look at the next page.